You know, what if everything you've ever imagined about the kingdom of God is just incomplete?
What if it isn't something you have to wait for your whole life, but something that's actually waiting for you right here, right now, in this very moment?
You know, when most of us hear that phrase, the kingdom of God, what do we picture? Our minds almost automatically jump to, well, to heaven, right? Streets of gold, eternal peace, this far-off destination, like some prize at the end of a really long journey.
But here's the thing. When Jesus talked about the kingdom, he wasn't pointing way off at the horizon. No, he was pointing to something so close you could literally reach out and touch it, something that was already moving all around us.
So the religious leaders, the Pharisees, they come to him and they ask, so when is this kingdom coming? And the answer he gives them is just stunning. It's completely unexpected. He says, for indeed, the kingdom of God is within you. And just let that sink in for a second. This changes everything.
See, our idea of a kingdom is usually tied to a place, right? It's about borders, territory, a piece of land on a map. But Jesus just completely flips that whole idea on its head. He's saying the kingdom of God isn't about geography. It's about authority. It's not about where you are. It's about who is in charge of your life. It exists wherever the king's rule is accepted, and that starts right inside the human heart.
I mean, this is literally how Jesus kicked off his entire ministry. With this really urgent announcement, he said, the time is fulfilled, the kingdom of God is at hand. Now that phrase, at hand, it means it's close, it's right here, within your reach. It wasn't something coming someday. It was already arriving, right there through him.
Okay, so that leads to a pretty big question, doesn't it? If this kingdom, this reality, is all around us and even within us, then why is it so easy to miss? I mean, how can we live our entire lives and just not see it? Stay with me here.
Well, it's because it doesn't look anything like what we expect a kingdom to look like. We, as humans, we look for visible power, right? A big political revolution, an obvious, powerful king on a throne. But God's kingdom, it moves differently. It works through hidden growth, a quiet internal transformation. And its king? Well, he was a servant.
Jesus actually told a couple of stories to explain this. He said the kingdom is like a mustard seed. You know, one of the tiniest seeds you can find. It's so small, so insignificant, you just overlook it. And he also said it's like yeast, hidden away inside a big lump of dough. You can't see it working, but quietly, relentlessly, it transforms everything from the inside out.
And that's the whole point. The kingdom of God almost always starts small. It starts with a single changed heart, or a quiet decision you make to forgive someone who honestly doesn't deserve it. It's a private moment of just letting go, of surrender. From the outside, it might not look like much at all, but on the inside, a revolution is taking place.
So how do you get in? What does it actually take to enter this reality? Is there a special list? Is it only for the super spiritual elite or the morally perfect people? Do you have to earn your way in with all these religious achievements?
The answer Jesus gives just completely flips our expectations upside down. He says, unless you become as little children, you will by no means enter. Think about that. Little kids, they don't have a resume. They don't show up with status or a list of accomplishments. All they have is simple, total dependence.
And that's exactly what he meant when he said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Being poor in spirit isn't about being sad. It's about reaching the end of your own resources. It's that moment you finally stop trying and just admit, I can't do this on my own.
I can't save myself. I need a king.
So the core requirement, the one thing that's absolutely necessary, is surrender. It's that simple and that hard. Because you can't have a kingdom without a king. And to enter God's kingdom, it means you have to be willing to step off the throne of your own life and let the true king take his rightful place.
And this is where things get really deep. There's this tension we live in. Some people call it the already and the not yet. And it's this: the kingdom is already here. We see glimpses